Three below it.
What brings you here today?
I'm against the war. I'm against all war.
Well, I've been a pacifist since the age of 10.
Really?
So I am against war. War is not the answer. War has never been the answer.
What is this?
September 15th March on Washington is turning into a major showdown between the anti-war movement and the Bush administration and the Pentagon and Congress about this war. And tens of thousands of people will be marching that day. Buses are coming from all over, as far away as California. And we hope everybody can join us. They can go to answercoalition.org. Find the nearest bus to them and get on the bus. We'll see you September 15th at the White House for a big mass march. There'll also be a mass die-in, a civil disobedience of thousands of people risking arrest to protest the war, representing the number of U.S. soldiers that have been killed in this criminal war for corporate profit.
It needed a positive.
Hello.
You think impeachment will happen?
I know impeachment will happen. Have you signed the petition?
No, I haven't.
Well, put your camera down. Here's a pen. Are you a Maine resident?
No.
Have you thought of moving here?
Peter, are you the one that's going to tell me why Bush should be impeached?
Maybe I can't think of a.
Get one for somebody.
The only reason he shouldn't be impeached because I think it'll distract the Democrats.
But you should think of
What are you doing here?
Well, I work with a group called the Beehive Design Collective.
Testing.
And this is actually
Testing.
These are some of our graphics.
Hello, everybody!
On the march, all the peacekeeper volunteers, just to the right of the stage or your left of the stage is a bunch of soccer goals.
What are we doing here?
We are setting up for our
Oriana, could you come to the stage, please?
Portland
Oriana.
TV show, We the People. And our show, September show, is going to be about impeachment.
Do you think impeachment will happen?
I don't know. I think we have a good chance, and if it doesn't happen, at least we can speak up and, you know, so that they know that we know what they're doing. You know?
Yeah, I got you.
You know, actually, I could totally space it.
What brings you here today?
Oh, everything that he's done over the entire course of his history. That's what brings me here.
The yellow rats of Texas, they stuck right in the door, and judging by their actions, we'll stand for them no more. They run this country ragged, they bankrupted the store, they killed and counted thousands, and don't mind killing more.
Okay.
Okay, good.
No, not at all.
So then maybe we can do the M, but maybe we can do the M and...
I think we want the cat.
What's it going to say?
Tiffany, I just...
The Campus Anti-War Network, Students to Stop the War.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm providing a little shade.
Do you really believe he's the worst president ever?
He's the worst president we've ever had right now.
Maybe in history.
Maybe in history. I'm not that old.
How you doing? What brings you here today?
I'm here, and what doesn't bring me here today? I mean, Bush is a war criminal, first and foremost, and we think that war criminals shouldn't have the right to go on vacation without knowing that the whole world opposes them. So I want to make it clear to Bush that no matter where he goes, whether he's on vacation or whether he's at work, he's going to be confronted by the opinion of the world, which is that this war needs to end and that we need a change in this country.
Here's another movie.
We're mourning the death of our liberties and injustices by our current administration.
Kennebunk, stop this goddamn war!
brings you here today?
It's time for a revolution. And we memorize our faces, and the ones that you see later that you don't see here are from Vermont.
What brings you here today?
Impeaching Bush.
Okay, you think it can happen?
Easily.
Yeah?
Yeah. With enough people.
Huh?
What brings you here today?
Oh, the Bush criminality. That's enough reason.
Peaceful Men is a brand new organization founded by men. Our mission is to enable and promote men to think and act towards peace. It's part of the larger movement for human beings to become human beings.
Look at your neighbor. If the neighbor doesn't have a bill up in the air, give him one. Everybody, hold the bill up. Okay, there's buckets coming around. Please put your buck for peace in the bucket.
Called Democratic Underground, and these are all their screen names, and they couldn't come today, so they're with me in spirit.
In order to call forth new leaders, we have what it takes in order to call forth peace and call that America. Thank you very much. God bless you.
I started in the army at 21, I got out at 23. I was mighty glad to be going home, and once again was freezing. Was a mistake, I can see that now. It was part of the one. Let me tell you, being cold and ill before I get carry a gun. If I'd known in 1968 just what we were fighting for, would have told old Wall Street to fight for a lousy war. Now this is 2007, one thing I am sure, this decorated Vietnam ain't fighting anymore.
Bush. There are people whose country are torn apart, two countries torn apart. And I met a Fallujah parliamentarian in Amman, Jordan last week who said, your country's being held hostage by George Bush as much as our country is.
Okay, we got everybody following the veterans. The peace, Iraq veterans against the war. Speak out. Military families speak out.
Say what? U.S. out of the Middle East. No justice, no peace. Anti-war movement in this town. Anti-war movement in this town.
restore decency to our government. At least relative decency. Yeah, relative.
See a sign there. What brings you here today?
My granddaughters. These, they want to end this war too. These are my granddaughters.
They are.
It's their first protest.
Lovely granddaughters. You're going to teach them about peace?
I'm going to teach them about peace. They think they know about peace too.
Democracy.
I think the march is going this way.
What brings you here today?
I'm against the war.
What brings you here today?
Well, just to be here with my other peacemakers and trying to let know the rest of the country that we're here and we're going nowhere, and we're hoping the war will end soon. And today is my son's anniversary, and we celebrating and honor my son, and we allowed to have this kind of protesting in the cities and towns, and very glad that we all getting together for that.
Thank you.
I'm angry about the war in Iraq, and just think it's against humanity, and it's our war. You know, as Americans, we're sponsoring it, and it's our country, and we're sponsoring a war that I'm totally opposed to, and I'm going to do everything in my power to stop it. That my Constitution allows me. I'd like to stay out of jail, but I definitely want to stop the war.
What does your sign say?
It says, "Troops home now," with a peace sign.
Yeah. What brings you here today?
Huh?
What brings you here today?
To try and make an impression on the people of Maine and the nations that we need to end this war. And we need to end it as quickly as possible.
The thing is we're about to potentially have an attack on Iran that will be blamed, and the provocation for an attack on Iran will be blamed on Iran, another 9/11 type attack or Gulf of Tonkin attack, and this is why Bush and Cheney must be immediately impeached.
That won't work.
Well, it's a horrible war. It's a horrible war.